Hi everybody, and welcome to week 2. If you are watching this, you made it through week 1, and hopefully you got your textbook. And if you did not get your textbook already, let me know. So maybe I can push the publisher a little bit and have him expedite getting you the textbook on time. He's usually very quick, and he is a colleague of mine. He works out of University of Nevada, Las Vegas, so I do have a pretty direct connection with him. Now, your first chapter in this book is all about the history of gaming, casino gaming. It covers everything from the inception, or the known inception, all the way up through Macau. Macau is in China. It's one of the biggest jurisdictions on the planet. They go back and forth between Macau and Las Vegas in terms of who has better revenues or higher revenues. And Macau, I was actually there when Macau opened up. And by the way, let me back up. I started in the casino business. They hired me right out of the Walt Disney Company. I went to work for a startup casino business called Grand Casinos. We opened 9 casinos across the country, including the Stratosphere in Las Vegas, which, don't hold that against me. It's what we officially call a dump now. That's a joke, but it really is not one of the best properties. Then I went on to work with Steve Wynn over in Macau. Worked with Lyle Berman, who is one of the founders of emerging gaming in Native American gaming as well. Great chapters of my life, and I wish we were in person because I would tell you 1,000 wonderful stories about those episodes and all the characters I ran across. Nonetheless, you'll talk about some of them, or you'll read about some of them in the first chapter. Pay attention to Macau and the latest developments out there. And then we're going to go into chapter 2, which is an integrated resorts, the profit centers of integrated resorts, the characteristics that make up these integrated resorts, which are what you would traditionally think of as the modern day casino, where they've got everything, both the gaming and non-gaming revenue centers. Now, it used to not be that way. We used to have things like restaurants just to keep people there a little bit longer. And there's an old saying that a $100 player turns into a $200 player if you give them a night to stay. That's very true. So if you've got someone who has a line of credit, you can extend that line of credit for multiple days if they earned enough to get rooms. So there's math that is involved in all that, and we'll get into it this semester. So go ahead and do all of that. If you've got any questions, you know how to reach me. And as a side note, I want to bring this to your attention. Gentleman's name is David Schwartz. He's got multiple books. He works at UNLV, and he's also a colleague. But this guy has done a great job of writing and capitalizing on these stories that come out of the gaming industry. This one happens to be on The Sands, a great book. He's got Tales from the Slot Floor, where he talks to slot hopper fillers from way back when, and slot techs and those kind of things. And just tells stories. Some of them are humorous, some of them are interesting, a lot of them are historical. So the Sands is no longer there, by the way. They blew it up and replaced it with another casino. You can go on YouTube and find all that. Now, the last point I want to make about all of this, well, the second to last point. This is one of the most difficult classes that I teach. 1, because I'm not there in person and I can't guide you through it. And 2, because most students underestimate the difficulty. There is a lot of math here. There is a lot of probabilities. There is a lot of reading of financial statements, and there is a lot of understanding of game technology and game math. So if I would suggest to you that you learn the terms, that is the primary piece of this. If you can learn the terms, then the logic will follow, okay? But this is traditionally the one class that most of my students struggle with, because they don't set their expectations accordingly. So keep that in mind. The second thing is, your first quiz is coming up this week, outside of your syllabus quiz. And it will be a multiple choice, it will be timed. You'll see it on Blackboard when you pull it up. It is due Sunday evening. I would make sure you cover all your materials in chapter 1 and chapter 2 before you get to it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I am here for you. I'm usually real responsive. I usually get back to you pretty quick. And I will be more than happy to spend as much time with you guys as you need or want, and just take advantage of that. So have a great week, and let me know if you need anything. Thanks.